This is our defense against a front choke. All right, ninjas, so we are actually going to be using a form of a hip toss called Koshi-Guruma. Can you guys say Koshi-Guruma? I know it sounds a little funny. But what we're going to do is our partner's going to come up and they're going to take their hands and they're just going to place them on our throat. So don't come up to your partner and start squeezing them as hard as you can. We're just going to nice and light place it on the throat. We want to make sure it's not on the throat, that it's on the throat and not on the shoulders, okay? So make sure it's right there. Now, 3 things are going to happen all at the same time. I'm going to have to grab his elbow, I'm going to have to take a step forward, and I'm going to have to take my arm and lift it all the way up in the air. And I want to do those 3 things simultaneously, right at the same time. So I grab, I step, and my arm comes up. Now I'm going to wrap my arm around his head, and I'm going to grab right underneath his armpit. Hopefully he wore some deodorant today. And then from here, I'm going to shoot my hip over. Very important, both of my feet are in between his feet. I don't want to see your legs way out here, so I've got to have my feet in between. I'm going to stick my booty out all the way, and I'm going to load him off the ground. He actually feels pretty light right now. And now from here, I'm going to turn and aim down to the mat. Now notice what Coach David is doing. He's doing a proper break fall when I take him down. Some common errors anytime we do hip tosses is that you don't get your feet in between theirs. It feels kind of easier to have your legs apart. We don't want that. We want to have our feet in between. And another common error is that we don't get our hip over enough and low enough. If I don't bend my legs, there's no way I'm going to be able to lift him from here. So I've got to drop down and scoot my hip out. So step number 1, our partner's going to grab us on our throat nice and lightly. Step number 2, my hand grabs, my foot steps forward, and my arm comes up all at the same time. Step number 3, I'm going to wrap my arm around his head, and I want my fingers right in his armpit. Now, step number 4, I'm going to put my feet in between his feet as I bend my legs and I shoot my hip out. Step number 5, I'm going to load him up. His toes are off the ground, and now I'm going to turn him down to the mat. And that is our defense against a front choke.